Am I the a-hole for calling my sister bitter and telling her she should examine her parenting instead of going off on other people? My sister and I had our sons around the same time. My nephew turned 7 in October and my son turned 7 next month. I was 20 when I had my son, and this was a big deal with my sister. She's 10 years older than I am and really had no expectations when it came to me as a mom. She predicted I would end up single and my son's dad would bail and that I would give up within the first year. Instead, we are married and we had 2 little girls after our son. We are very different parents. My sister is very strict and regimented as a mom and has a lot of rules and uses swift, harsh punishments for bad behavior or any subpar behavior. My husband and I would probably fall more into a gentle parenting kind of deal. We teach our kids how to act in public, but we do so in a very different way to my sister and her husband. My nephew can be very challenging and he's an angry little boy. I suspect it's because his parents are often angry and he is picking up on that and building resentment, which has made his behavior worse. Our parents have brought this up to my sister in the past and she has told them it's not true and claimed my son behaves far worse despite them saying it's not even close to the truth. Our parents had both boys on Saturday and my sister and I arrived at the same time to pick them up. Our parents' elderly neighbor approached my sister and told her that she should have a word with her son because of how rude and disrespectful he is to others. My sister told the neighbor that she had the wrong sister and my son was the kid who gets into trouble. The neighbor said she knows the boys apart and knows who the mom to each is. She told my sister that my son was very sweet and showed no disrespect the way her son did. My sister was furious. The neighbor told her that thanking someone, my son, for picking something up for her does not warrant being yelled at and cursed at by a small child. Apparently, my nephew got an attitude and told her nobody has to help her because she's old and can't do anything for herself. My sister went off on the neighbor and said her son is so much better behaved and accused her of spreading lies. The neighbor walked away mid-tirade and then my sister started to turn on me. Instead of letting her continue, I said she needs to stop being so bitter and examine her parenting instead of going off on people who complain about her son's behavior. I told her I would not let her take it out on me, that she was wrong about me as a mom and that I feel like a lot of her anger comes down to that. That she hates that I don't get the same comments. She tried to yell at me, but I just got my son from our parents and left. My parents asked me what happened and I told them. They said I did nothing wrong, but my sister and her husband are both now coming for me for what I said and they told me it wasn't my place to say all that disrespectful stuff. Am I the a-hole? For clarification, my parents are supportive and it was my sister and her husband who told me it wasn't my place. I realize now I did not make that super clear in the end. Please follow for more videos.